Hey everybody, it's Amazing Wes Brown for Vitamin B Gaming, and we are back again with yet another Skyrim video, yet another Skyrim series. And we just came out of Fort Amal with our uh, bow, and this is the prize. We're getting some chicken eggs and some salmon roe because we're going to make some super strong water breathing potions. That's going to be the secret ingredient to leveling our alchemy and getting a butt ton of money. Going back to Windhelm and cozying up by the hobo bucket. Oh, yeah, gotta get warm. So, anyway, I, I'm doing. You can see what I'm doing. I'm leveling, um, and basically, the whole idea behind this build is to be kind of like the first one, except better, and to have a little bit more tools at their disposal. Because before I was just using magic. Well, of course, the conjured bow is magic of sorts, but you still need archery skill to use the magic effectively. So here I am leveling with muffle illusion. Although I don't really go hardcore into illusion just yet in this build. We go to Riften, as you can see, and make our way to the orcish settlement of and we shimmy up the mountainside and dunk over to steal the orcish armor to give to our dude Faendal, who sorely needs better equipment. And this is possible. We don't want to enrage the natives, but just making sure that there's nobody around, and the armor is here in a strange ceremonial. And of course, you will be overburdened. And as you can see, I'm slowly making my way back over the wall along this conveniently placed railing. So we kit up our elf and move on to get some more chicken eggs and such. And so now we're making our way to the next point of interest, which is Treva's Watch and these guys here. And we're doing this to get the Detect Life spell as a way to essentially level our alteration and our character basically at will, to make ourselves with the combination of muffle, soul trap, and detect life. You can level your character as you will, as you please, basically. And just it's all magic based leveling. But the secret here is to not over level, and to improve our offensive capabilities as we go along, sort of trying to keep pace, or actually keep ahead of our leveled enemies. So it's a delicate balance between trying to get as powerful as you can get, but not getting so powerful that you, because on legendary difficulty, the enemies are always going to outpace you. Uh, Essentially, no matter how much health I take, no matter how much I improve my armor class and so on, I'm still one shot away from death. There's like basically, uh, I mean, you might get before fifth level. You can maybe get 2 shots, 3 shots. I don't know. There is a delicate balance as to how many shots you can actually take before you die. But once you get to a certain point, there's no balance. It's just one shot and you're dead, like no matter what. So we want to delay that part of the experience to the very end if we can, so that we don't experience that one shot death. Like it happened to Hundo, you know. So Sundo is trying to be, you know, a little bit smarter, and hopefully by stacking up on skills and powers. Apparently, they took care of the dude that we alerted when we opened the gate, so I never saw him. Let's see. Yeah. So this is what we got was our detect life tome, and I go and trade with the cat people. Then we make our way to Whiterun, and here we do some leveling in Whiterun with our detect life spell and our alchemy. This is where we start to make our super powerful chicken's egg, jazzbay grapes, and salmon roe. And as you can see, these are some of the most powerful base without any kind of we have no enchanted gear here. That I just leveled up to alchemy 40 lickety split, and I'm trying to get some archery in, you know, but because actually I think when I go to sleep here, I level up twice. Well, no, I didn't. Okay, I was really trying to avoid that because I want to get as much training on archery as I can, so that this conjured bow is like not complete dog do. Right? So no, there's no point in having like the one of the most powerful bows in the game if you can't actually shoot it, and you know. So as you can see, I've gone from level 7 now to level 11, and alteration, alchemy. We haven't done conjuration just yet because, I haven't found a good dead critter to grind on, and that falls within my. So the next place we go to is an old familiar place, the Halted Stream Camp, where there is goodies galore. Mostly what we're looking for here is another alteration spell, which is the transmute ore spell. I I don't 100% know what I was thinking in terms of am I going to level up smithing or something like that. Really, I just wanted to have the capability of transmuting ores and leveling smithing if I so desired. I wasn't like 100% going to, make the most awesome armor ever. But it seems like this was a good place to start. And here again, as we can, just like with detect life, depending on how much iron ore you feel like mining, you can, level your person, however, like at your convenience, at your leisure. So we're gonna bait out this dude and try and open up some fiery whoop ass. It didn't really take off as I had like imagined in my head, and here it gets kind of dicey because of the inability I have of actually casting. Dude, there we go. Ow. Um, I get desperate here, and I think, oh no, we've aggroed the whole, like the fire didn't kill anybody. So I blow a blizzard scroll right here and then try to get out of the blast radius before I myself uh, take too much damage from it. And basically, I just kind of hung back and let Feindal and the Atronach do the heavy lifting here. And then we find what we were looking for, our transmute, and we're got a level waiting for us and everything, and a cool bed here to sleep in. And this time I put my point into the conjuration, and then we mine all of the ore that we can in this place. Careful to avoid the multiple traps that exist in here because they are, uh, you know, as deadly as they get. And then, as you can see, I'm just sort of like uh, doing the. Now, I decide to marry Isolde this time because of some funny stuff that happens, but also we got enough mammoth tusks at the camp to deal with it. Um, while I'm in town, I decide to smith up some gold rings just in case. So Temple of Mara, you know, uh, so we set it up and then we have to wait some time. So I decide to level alchemy for a while I'm waiting, and then I take a nice sleep. And here we are on the 25th day of last seed. So that means from the 17th day, so this is 8 days in now. And here we are. I'm dressed to the nines, ready to go get hitched up to Isolde, who is waiting for me at the Temple of Mara, still looking at me somewhat suspiciously. Um, I I find this guy in the bar there, and decide to go on his quest. While I'm in Markarth, I pick up this quest line, although I don't know if I'm going to actually do it because it's way out in the middle of nowhere. And then I decide to help Calcelmo and clear out the spider dude. I sent homie in there ahead of me, and then ducked out to cast the Atronach for backup, and now I'm giving some arrows from stealth, although it's questionable as to whether or not I'm actually hidden. And for some reason, I duck into this place. Because I want to get dwarven armor. I don't know what I was thinking. I probably should have avoided this altogether from a survival standpoint, but it all works out in the end, thanks to the fact that I'm pretty good at lock picking and not as good at sneaking as I would like at this point, but you know. These Falmer dudes are very tanky though and extremely uh, annoying. So, wow, look at how much. I mean, I think I kept this in here just to show like how much punishment those dudes can take. Here, I get lucky and I alert this guy, hoping that you know the squad will run in there and do the business, but they ain't having it. Neither one of my dudes wants to go get some, and so, but I get lucky in the fact that this dude offs himself because he like is running around like a chicken with his head cut off and just drops. So, um, now here I try to do a controlled slow descent onto this bridge where they've got all of the stuff, and I screw it up, fall into the drink, and have to make my way this direction, which is fine. It's fine. Um, but I go sneaky, cautious, looking every which way, making sure there's no traps, there's no guys. Um, Everything is pretty clear. So we get to our gate here, and I believe it's an adept lock. Pretty easy. Uh, and then gotta be careful here, um, making sure we don't alert or aggro any of the guardians. Um, and no, this isn't the gate, and this is the one. Oh, and we do another adept lock here that goes down pretty easy. And there's the dwarven armor. Now, initially, I thought, uh, because of reasons unknown, that the dwarven armor was better than the orcish armor, and that I was going to be kitting up Feindal. But then I realized, oh man, this stuff is actually like worse than the orcish. So I'm gonna wear it, and we're gonna get out of here. Try not to get any more Falmer on us. And Expedition Journal. He wants more. I'm not going back to get more. And we come out, and the Forsworn guy does his scripted attack because we never actually went in the gates, being teleported by Sanguine. Um, I sell some of this garbage and then do some poses with my dwarven armor for look at me. And I'm missing a gauntlet. We go to the wife's house and level up again. And I think I'm saving my points until I get, I think until I got to this point where I could do Summoner and the other one, Apprentice Conjuration. That will help me with summoning my Flame Atronach, I think. Make it cheaper. So then I talked to her about the Sanguine quest, and this is funny. One of the reasons why I picked her. Now, I also thought that I would be able, if I had to give her the money, that I would be able to get my money back from her. But that turns out not to be the case, as we find out going forward. I try persuasion. I didn't want to try intimidate because I didn't want to, you know, it probably would have worked. I think it would have worked, but it just would have been a bad look for me to talk to my wife like that. So I did the righteous thing and gave her the money. So I get the quest to go to Morvunskar, and then I try to get the money back, at least half of it, but actually she only gives me 100 gold. So then I decide once she falls asleep, I'm going to try to take the money, but there's no money to take. The 2,000 gold is just gone. So I guess I paid 2,000 gold for the sanguine, plus the money that I gave to the temple to clean up the mess for me. So, it's kind of becoming gone from a free item to an expensive item. I accidentally aggro like the whole kit and caboodle of these guys, and I'm like not prepared. So, um, whoa. Yeah, oh, I was expecting a little bit more protection from the Atronach. Uh, I'm trying to find a safe spot to hide and heal, like in the crevice here of these rocks, sort of like shimmied up onto the mountainside. Um, but the worst part of it is that I am cold and my max health is down from max. So, uh, this is one of the drawbacks of playing on the survival mode for sure. It adds a lot more. Like, I mean, there's no way that I get up the side of this mountain without getting at least a little bit cold. So, like, you know, the whole one shot thing. I mean, like, obviously, I had some protection being a Breton with Atronach Stone, which is one of the reasons why I took those particular things. We clean up the mess here inside, and we go to the most risky and difficult part of the run through at this point. I fully expect that we could die here. Like, this is a big, but I wanted to do it fast. If I'm gonna die, right? Like, if I'm gonna lose, then I want it to be like early on. I don't want to get to like day 96 and then do something like crazy and end up dying that really deep into the run. So, trying to be as risky as I want to be at the beginning, although we're reaching that critical mass where, uh, you know, my levels are going to get the better of us if we're not careful. So I go down here, and this takes a long time because I am literally like I like and just watch for these. You can see the shadows of them, and I just wait and watch until they're all like I shoot arrows to draw them over to that side of the room, and then I run. And fortunately, the um, Feindal picks up some of the aggro there, and I'm able to get teleported into this place without actually getting killed, cause those dudes throw fireballs and blizzards and all kind of stuff. It can get really bad. So yeah, I definitely don't want to tangle with those cats in a permadeath scenario. So here we are, and we talk to this guy, and this is going to be where we end the show. with closing up, we go back to Riften. We get teleported there, and we have the Sanguine Rose. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.